abuse. I won't give up or refuse. This is how it feels when you're bent and broken. This is how it feels when your dignity's stolen and everything you love is leaving. You hold on to what you believe in.
The last thing I heard was you whispering goodbye, and then I heard you fly.
No, not gonna die tonight. We're gonna stand and fight forever.
Don't close your eyes.
No, not gonna die tonight. We're gonna fight for us together. No, we're not gonna die tonight. Break their hold.
Alright guys, Legendary Ghidorah here today, and we have two new characters. Well, probably not new to you or me, but new to the Monster Arena. We have Chandresh, pretty much the ultimate werewolf, versus Wolverine, the ultimate super weapon. So, a couple things before this battle begins. Wolverine will have full control of its Berserker mode, and will be in Berserker mode when this match starts. And Chandresh will have his human intelligence as well. So, without further ado, let's begin. James Howlett Logan, one of the most tragic Marvel heroes ever created, but beloved by all. He still presses forward as one of the greatest heroes in the Marvel Universe. Wolverine is strong enough to lift about, I'd say, 2 to 15 tons. He's been able to go toe-to-toe with Spider-Man, knock out Scarlet Spider, who's on the same strength level, if not slightly higher than Spider-Man, and has been able to, well, pretty much wrestle with Beast and Sabretooth on a couple of occasions. Wolverine's adamantium claws, which are basically an extension of his strength and slashing or striking power, have been able to cut through some of the most durable beings in the Marvel Universe. Characters like Gladiator, Hulk, Thor, Namor, and even Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet on his hand. Those adamantium claws are something else. The adamantium also couples as his durability. He's able to take hits from Wonder Man, Sentry, Thor, Ragnarok, who is a robotic version of Thor, Hulk, Gladiator, Scar, and Mangog. So, yeah, this is some pretty intense stuff and some good things. So, yeah, Wolverine's adamantium does cover a lot of things for him and stuff, you know? It's very good. It's one of the strongest metals in the Marvel Universe. Actually, one of the top 3 strongest metals, right there with vibranium. He's even been able to cut Black Panther's suit on one occasion. This also allows him to cut through energy beams as well, as he's been able to pretty much cut through and disperse Cyclops' optic blast or optic beam and get in close. Wolverine is a very, very skilled fighter, probably one of the top 3 most skilled people in the Marvel Universe. He's been able to beat Iron Fist in a sparring match, been able to beat Shang-Chi. Although Shang-Chi was trying to talk to him during that fight, it's still noteworthy considering that Shang-Chi is one of the most skilled, is the most skilled in the Marvel Universe. He's also been able to literally destroy Captain America, and Captain America was confident he could beat him, but Wolverine literally pulled out his claws and was like, okay, you think you can beat me? Captain America was confident. Yeah, I think I can do it. And he's like, no, you have no idea. He literally beats Captain America in just a couple moves. To be honest, it was 3 moves. Cut his gut, cut the shield out of his hand, and then kick him in the gut against the wall. He was pretty much done after that. So Wolverine is exceptionally skilled. He also has one of the best healing factors in all of comics, up there with Hulk and Godzilla. He's been able to regenerate from just a single drop of blood. He's been able to regenerate from having over 90% of his body, nothing left but the skeleton, come back. Wolverine has been knocked out on a couple of occasions. Like, he's been knocked out by Hulk when he induced a bunch of trauma into his head. Knocked out by Colossus, the Thing. Ooh, excuse me. And has sometimes been knocked out by Spider-Man. You know, that was Superior Spider-Man, who was definitely not holding back. And Spider-Man is a powerful character in his own right, at least around the 70-ton range. So, yeah, you kind of have that on your... Kind of have that. So, really, yeah. So, Wolverine does have his limits, but normally, nah, you really don't see him get knocked out that often. He usually takes hits from these guys and keeps on going. Wolverine has a Berserker mode, okay? So Wolverine's Berserker mode actually allows him to pretty much push his body to the limits, and he doesn't even get tired from it. He's done pretty much, how do I put this? Non-stop training in pretty much is like everything he's done in one motion, okay? He does non-stop combat maneuvering in just one thing. He's used this to beat a Wendigo. Beat a guy that basically had the same powers as Midnighter, which is being able to read someone's brain with brain activity and predict their movements. And yeah, Wolverine can basically use his skill in this form as well. So that's who we have. Wolverine, the living weapon. But in the other corner, the cursed warrior, Chandresh. Chandresh is... Sorry. Chandresh is a warrior cursed to be a werewolf. It's actually in his family's bloodline. So technically, you could say he was born with it. Chandresh has the ability to turn into a werewolf when a full moon is out, and whenever he really needs it. This werewolf form is where he'll be staying for pretty much any time he's in the monster arena. Chandresh is incredibly strong. Actually, if you look up how strong a werewolf should be, they should be able to lift around 150 to 200 tons. And they actually get stronger under a full moon, meaning their base level strength actually increases beyond that. Chandresh has used this strength to rip vampires in half, knock out Leocel Van Helsing, who was actually pretty powerful in her own right. Chandresh is also incredibly durable, actually possesses a very good healing factor, something you will never see on a werewolf. He's had his arm chopped off in his human form, and in his werewolf form, it grew back. Bone, muscle, tissue, you name it, skin, fur, claws, everything grew back, right? And then when he went back to his human form, he got his arm back. That means that werewolf form comes with a lot of perks, okay? Chandresh is also incredibly durable, being able to take stabs and regenerate lost limbs, like I explained earlier, regenerate his eyes, his throat being stabbed through, and stabs through the heart, gunshots through the heart. Chandresh has even been able to take magical attacks from Leocel Van Helsing. How powerful is Leocel Van Helsing, you might ask? Well, I would definitely put her around city level in terms of actual power. You see, she was able to fight the Ice Queen with her magic, right? The Ice Queen was able to freeze all of New York City, which is definitely a very, very powerful feat. She was able to freeze all of New York City, and she was able to combat this with her magic and undo the Ice Queen's, whole thing. So yeah, I think Chandresh would be pretty powerful if he's taking this level of magic and just no-selling it and keep on going. Chandresh is also incredibly fast. Werewolves are actually supposedly able to move 338,000 miles per hour, which is definitely impressive. Definitely putting them at some high-level speeds there. Chandresh has used this speed in combat to basically blitz Leocel before she can react. Actually, Leocel actually said she had a hard time hitting him, which is definitely not something she struggles with, as she's been able to hit faster monsters, or supposedly fast monsters, like vampires, gargoyles, and what else has she fought over the years? And other demons like of that sort of variety. He's been able to use this speed in combat and blitz through dozens of vampires, decapitating them instantly. Pretty much tear through Dracula's horde, and has been able to use this speed to perform pretty much these really just tiger lunges, I'm going to call it, where he just pretty much runs at you full speed, leaps in the air, tackles you, you're done. Okay? You're pretty much done at that point. Chandresh is also really skilled. He was actually a very skilled warrior in his time, and he's pretty much trained and honed his skills throughout years and years of fighting. He's used his skill to beat vampires in his human form and decapitate them. And we'll be giving Chandresh his human intelligence. You see, Chandresh did not get his, get to use his intelligence until his, till I guess you could say his sort of final moments. Because Chandresh does come back in Grim Fairy Tales. So, yeah, you guys have to just read and just, if you guys want a link, I'll give you guys a link when I edit this video. So, yeah, you'll get a link to basically the comics and read them in that order. Because you see, Chandresh really can't be killed. You see, in the fight in Van Helsing versus the Werewolf, he supposedly died, but then he comes back. Like, what? Like, what the heck? I thought you were dead. He was like, I thought I was dead too. Like, dang, bro. Like, yo, this werewolf come with benefits. I am glad to be alive. So, yeah, Chandresh is incredibly powerful. Along with his razor-sharp claws and canines, he's definitely a huge threat to anyone he faces. So, that's who we got. Chandresh versus Wolverine. Two new combatants. Definitely going to be here for a while. A long while. So, like always, physicality. Now, I don't think we're going to complain here. I don't think we're going to argue here. Chandresh is stronger than Wolverine. I mean, a base werewolf is supposed to lift 150 tons. That should really allow them to throw trucks, cars, even probably topple over buildings if they wanted to. And then under a full moon, Chandresh increases in strength. Like always, I usually give it to the character that can increase in strength. And yeah, Wolverine doesn't really have that kind of perk. If he did, then well, I'd probably give him the edge. Maybe, slightly. They would be equal in terms of raw strength, but at the end of the day, it's just, yeah. At the end of the day, it's just, I give Chandresh the benefit of the doubt. He's just stronger. He can get stronger under a full moon, which is the environment we're using, because every character should have their advantage, okay? Wolverine, I have to say, has the better healing factor. By feats, he's just shown he has better feats than Chandresh. So, and also the adamantium skeleton. That's what I was really trying to say. The adamantium skeleton gives Wolverine an edge in durability. And when it comes to skill, Chandresh has been around longer, but you can argue that they're equal. I can argue that they're equal in terms of skill. So, Wolverine's more durable, but Chandresh can definitely hang with his healing factor. Wolverine's not going to just slice off a limb and just expect it not to grow back. It's like, no, son, this limb is growing right now. Boom. Done. Then, when it comes to speed, Chandresh has the advantage in raw speed. I mean, he can move 38,000 miles per hour. I mean, really, he can just, boom, bull rush Wolverine anytime. But Wolverine has the advantage in combat speed. I mean, this dude has fought Scarlet Spider and beaten him. Fought Spider-Man on multiple occasions. And has been able to tag Thor and Gladiator in combat. Yeah, Wolverine is just, he's definitely faster in combat speed. So, advantages, right? Chandresh is stronger and faster. Wolverine is more durable and has better combat speed. So, where do we go from here, right? Where do we put these two in the fray, right? Well, honestly, I see this as a Hulk versus Wolverine, like the movie, right? You see, Chandresh definitely gets the first knockout. I'm not gonna lie, Chandresh is gonna knock out Wolverine probably the first couple times they fight. Because, well, Wolverine doesn't know who's engaging. When he had the Hulk, he didn't know who was engaging until he was like, okay, you know what? I think I know how to fight you, buddy. Let's try that again. So, yeah. Chandresh is definitely going to be able to take out Wolverine at least a couple times. Probably 5 times out of 10. I'll give it that. But Wolverine here hangs in a lot longer than people give him credit for. I mean, this dude went back and forth with the Hulk on multiple occasions. Hulk was sending him flying around to mountains, to trees, but he still kept going. A Wendigo sending him flying mountains to trees, keep going. Colossus, Thing, bunch of characters. Spider-Man too. Yeah, Wolverine's going to be hanging in this for a long while. So honestly, I don't know, you guys. When I made this matchup, I thought this would be a really... I actually knew what I was getting into. I knew it was going to be difficult to choose who was going to win this. Chandresh has his advantages and probably could knock out Wolverine, but Wolverine really could knock him out the same way he did Hulk. Stab to the head. Oh, he's down. But then Chandresh will regenerate, and then the fight kind of starts over again. So at the end of the day, you guys, I have to give this a draw. They both can heal, and they both can get back up and keep going. But let me know what you guys think. Please comment down below, like and subscribe, and share with your friends. Peace.